Today I review the 90s noir film Deep Cover, where an undercover cop poses as a drug dealer to bring down LA's criminal underworld, but he soon finds himself going too deep into cover. The pros. Deep Cover was a very intense movie to watch, and I mean that in a good way, because usually in movies with undercover cops, the tension comes from the risk of the cop's cover being blown, because they're too afraid to cross that line. But in this movie, it's tense because Officer Russell Stevens doesn't just cross the line, he dances all over it. Russell Stevens is obsessed with taking down the drug trade after the death of his father, and to watch his character go further and further down the rabbit hole just to get justice was both heartbreaking and kinda admirable. Based on everything he went through as a child and as a police officer and how far he was willing to go to get justice, I wasn't supportive of the awful things that he does in this movie, but I did understand. I was starting to understand his idea of the ends justify the means. And with a character like Russell Stevens, you need an actor that can really nail that role. And they got Lawrence Fishburne. Like, the dude's good. Fishburne pretty much played two different characters. You have Russell Stevens, the loyal police officer who's always trying to do what's right. But then you have John Hull, the ruthless drug dealer who's rising up in the criminal underworld. Fishburne was effortlessly able to switch between the two personas, because in one scene he'll be talking mess and dealing dope and threatening people, but then in the next scene, he'll be disciplined and speaking like a soldier. Like, no wonder they hired this dude to go undercover. He had me fooled. I also want to shout out Jeff Goldblum, who also plays as a drug dealer called David Jason. And I've never seen Jeff Goldblum as a villain before, but he definitely has that presence. He has that killer look in his eyes that tells me that he's unstable, he can snap any minute, and I should be afraid. Good job, Jeff. The cons. I'm pretty sure whoever wrote the dialogue for this movie took actual cocaine while they were writing it, because oh my lord, I had no idea what these people were talking about. Have you ever been around someone who's intoxicated and they go on this intellectual spiel and to them it sounds intelligent, but to you it just sounds like nonsense? Like, that's this whole movie. And it's tricky because this movie is well acted, so it's easy to miss. But I knew something didn't feel right. But then my brain was able to register, oh, Alex, the words coming out their mouth is just craziness. Like, the quality of dialogue didn't match the quality of acting. So it took these great performances and made it look really silly. And that brought the whole movie down for me. Overall thoughts. Deep Cover was decent. It was the performances of the actors that really carried this movie, but I just wish they weren't dragged down by coked up dialogue. Deep Cover is not what I wanted, but I'll take it. Like sugar-free soda. Thanks for watching! Click right here to watch more reviews, and to see new reviews, click right here to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything.